students, we are going to learn how to use Glaze for sculpture skill level B. Glaze is essentially a bunch of chemicals that when put in the kiln, remember the kiln is how we heat up our clay, it turns to colored glass. Ooh, how many of you have gotten to play with colored glass before? Well, let's dive in and take a look. Okay, so first thing is we're going to want to see what it looks like when it's all done. So you'll see it's super shiny and it's smooth and it's full of color. But look, glaze is chemical. This color here, which kind of looks muddy, doesn't look like much, turns in, ta-da, to that. So we remember glaze is a chemical, not a paint. Okay, then when we take our clay pieces, we're going to go over to the glaze area. We're going to take our clay pieces, and then when we open up the glaze containers, we are super careful to hold the bottom of the container before lifting the lid. And then we want to make sure that we keep the lid right next to the glaze container so we know that this lid goes on this glaze. Okay, brushes. So our brushes for glaze are always stored in some water. It's very important to always wipe off the water. And then if we use one color glaze, we can't just go into another color glaze. We have to clean the brush. And then wipe, and then we can use a new color. Okay, well, how do we put the glaze on our project? Well, remembering that glaze is a chemical, not paint. We don't want to do this. We don't want to carefully put some glaze on, wipe it off on the edge, and then do that. Ugh, that will not work. There's nothing there. Look, you can see through it. We need to put on lots of chemicals. So we almost scoop up the glaze and then we dab it onto our project. And then see that eye hole? I have to make sure I dab it into that little hole. Dab, dab, dab. Everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Except, no glaze on the bottom. So you can do glaze all the way, like I could do it on the back here, anywhere, but on the bottom where it sits on the ground, there can be no glaze. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I would cover my whole piece in glaze, whole piece. But then, that's not enough. Let's take a peek. So first off, it's super easy to miss little spots, but when you put the clay piece into the kiln, then it doesn't turn shiny in those spots. So when we look at my piece closely, do you see those? I missed some spots. So always check for any of your spots and make sure you get all the way around, dabbing, dabbing, dabbing. Next, so this looks pretty good. But do you see that's only one coat of glaze, so you can kind of see the clay color through. It looks best if you do 2 or 3 layers of color, and if you do multiple colors. Look at all those cool colors this student was able to create because they use lots of different colors. So maybe I decide I want to use green as my undercolor. So that's the color I won't see very much. But what I really want is my character to be blue. And last is the color I see the most. So I'm going to take some of this. I wipe it off. Remember, wipe it off. Scoop it up. And then I put on a nice thick layer of this color. Okay. Once I was sure that I had all of my thing glazed and I wiped my brushes so there's no extra glaze and I've put the lids on, it's now time to find out, did the glaze stay off the bottom? There's glaze on the bottom. It's going to do that. It will drip onto the bottom even though you didn't mean to. So you want to get a wet paper towel or a wet sponge and you want to make sure you wipe so that there's no glaze on the bottom so you can cleanly see your name. Once it's like this and the whole piece is covered, it is ready for the clay cart where it will get fired and have a colored layer of glass. Happy art creating! Bye!